and welcome to Khepera's Kitchen. I am Taueret Thomas, chef and owner of Khepera's Kitchen. We're located at 418 East 31st Street, right here in the Waverly community. So, I am so happy that I was invited by the GLOW Initiative and the Central Baltimore Partnership to conduct this virtual cooking class for you. And today, we are going to make a garden frittata. Something that is quick and easy, something that reminds me certainly of springtime, but you can eat it for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. It only matters what ingredients you put into it. So, simple recipe. I have my mise en place already gathered together. We have our seasonings that includes our salt, kosher salt and pepper, some oregano, some granulated garlic, some fresh garlic, olive oil, butter. I have a few tomatoes here that I might add. I also have some peppers and onions that I had left over from another recipe. We have spinach and broccoli, some cheeses, some cheddar cheese, and some feta cheese. And of course, our eggs. This recipe is pretty simple. We actually make frittatas in it's best to make it in a non-stick skillet if you can. If not, you need to have a well-seasoned skillet. You can make them as large or as small as you like. I have even made frittatas in a muffin tin. But the recipe is pretty simple, easy to do. Right now, I'm going to take 3 large eggs. I'm going to crack them. You always want to hit your eggs on a flat surface to prevent any shells going into your bowl or container. Pretty simple. Again, we're going to take 3 eggs. And anyone who knows me knows that I love breakfast foods, and so you can enjoy them, this frittata anytime. And the great thing about it is that you can use whatever you have in your refrigerator. So if you have mushrooms, use mushrooms. If you have asparagus, that will be something lovely. Brussels sprouts, kale, sweet potatoes, I don't care. Put whatever you have in it. So we're going to beat the eggs pretty much with a fork, and so making sure that they are totally blended well together. I do have my non-stick saute pan on heat so that it can certainly get hot. You never want to start with a cold pan, so you always want to heat up your saute pan before adding your fat. In this case, I'm having some olive oil. I'm doing about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into my skillet. And just to also add some additional flavor, just a little bit of butter, right? We let this melt just a bit. And with our ingredients, we always want to start with those ingredients that take the longest to cook. So, I have some broccoli here, and I cut this up ahead of time. You don't want it too large of the pieces. And we're going to throw that in. That's going to saute just a bit. Actually, I'm also going to grab a few of my peppers and onions. That's just going to add just some additional flavor. I diced the peppers up in a small dice, and my onions are a julienne. That's just cuts that we talk about in the industry. And you're going to season everything. So we're going to do a little bit of the kosher salt, a little bit of the black pepper, and then while our vegetables are sauteing just a bit, I'm going to season my egg mixture. I have a little bit of oregano. Put some of that in there. Some granulated garlic. Of course, makes everything taste better. We give this a mix again. And I'm also going to add some spinach. And so the great thing about the frittata is that you can get your veggies on. It is a simple, 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 simple recipe. And so I'm going to add, in just a few moments, I'm going to add some of the fresh garlic. Garlic is wonderful for your body. It helps reduce or lower your blood pressure. I use garlic in all of my cooking. You should too. And so we want the spinach to just wilt just a little bit. Again, we're going to give it just a little bit of seasoning, kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper, and you know what I do want to add, but I didn't think about. I love curry powder, so I'm going to just give just a sprinkle or so of curry powder, just a dash, just to add some additional flavor. Seasoning is extremely important when you are cooking, and so you never want to pour directly from your containers, especially if you're using salt, because we do want to limit our sodium intake. But spring is coming, and so what better way to utilize the vegetables you might find at the farmer's market. I love our 32nd Street Farmers Market, as well as your, your local grocery store. So this is what we have now. We have some wilted vegetables, our spinach, our broccoli, some peppers and onions. I'm just going to add just a tad more to our pan. And then I'm now going to add, giving it just a little mixture again, just add just a little bit more. Of our egg mixture. Now, you need to have a spatula so that you can give it a stir in the pan. And we're then going to take this to the oven and finish the cooking on this frittata. But we just want to make sure that we can get the egg mixture cooked all the way through. Again, a frittata is an open-faced omelet. Real easy to make. We're going to let this set just a bit. Now I'm going to add my cheese to the frittata, and then we're going to take it to the oven. And make sure you have your oven on 350 degrees, a nice hot oven, so that the cheese will melt and the frittata will set through. I'm adding a little bit of feta on here as well. I love mixing cheeses together. If you have any pesto, you can add any pesto to this at this point. And because feta is a little salty, I've taken that into account and I have adjusted my seasonings. a little bit more on top. Do some oregano. And now I'm taking it to the oven. I'll be back in a jiffy. So while our frittata is cooking, I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial of how to mince your own garlic. This is a garlic clove. You take the back of your knife, the flat part of your knife, you give it a whack, press down, so now you're releasing the oils from the garlic. And then I'm just mincing, making sure I have my fingers tucked in so I do not cut the tips. And then I do a rocking motion with the knife so I can mince the garlic. And there you have your minced garlic, and you can add that to a jar or a container, and you can keep it in the refrigerator. Since I did a small frittata, we're only talking about maybe 2 minutes or so in the oven. That is an 8-inch, about a 7-inch skillet that I had, and so it'd be quick and easy to make. So if you are in a rush, you want to prepare some frittatas ahead of time, you can do so in that way. Be right back. Okay, I'm back with our frittata. Just took it out of our oven. It is set. It's nice and fluffy. And we can transfer this directly to a plate. And here you have it. Quick and easy garden frittata. I have spinach, broccoli, peppers and onions, some feta cheese, and if you want, we can just season a little bit of our tomatoes. They're great antioxidants, and we can use that as a garnish, right? You can certainly put them inside the frittata if you like, but I just want to put them just on top. And then we can try this. You can cut the omelet. But here we have it.